is on Nick Chubb, closing in on 1,000 yards rushing on the year. It's the Browns and the Ravens, next on EA Sports.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 15 carries, 84 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
The collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And the numbers for Andrews last week: 6 catches, 131 yards, and also the score.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a cap around this season.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The big play there, but that drop can really hurt their momentum.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. The Ravens had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. The big part of the middle linebacker's job is being able to take out blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson, and he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try to stop the guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I wanted to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
3rd and goal, Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns now going to take over late in this 1st half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Watson on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Again, it's Watson. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, here's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try to win this ball game.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there in that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into it. Not a good play at all.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Partner, you know when we talk about the game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Dancing to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He came through for him on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say they've made some questionable decisions out there so far. Throw some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Throw it down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Try and throw for it with Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert
And that'll keep the drive alive. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now. 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive. Not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise the pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in this situation.
Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin this drive with Chubb. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the... And we're back now here in Cleveland. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Watson now to throw. Now the ball comes loose. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On first down, Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I got to think this this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy. When they practiced for this back in training camp, they knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
What we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That one complete to Crochet. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
Continue to play, don't they?
So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, happier than.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Baltimore, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.